All right, before you get crazy in the comments, hear me out for a second. I promise you it's not what you think it is, but it's a true question I've been hit with a lot. Is ultralight backpacking dead? There is definitely a change in the community as far as backpacking and ultralight. And not that people are not ultralight backpacking, but the niche is kind of adjusted a little bit and there's some differences to it. So today in this video, I'm going to discuss some of those differences. And if you're new to backpacking, this just kind of explains some of it and where we're at now as far as ultralight backpacking. But anyways, I'm Taylor and welcome to Southern Hike. So guys, today, like I said already, this is something that's been an ongoing thing and I've talked to other backpackers and YouTubers about it. And just want to address it in a video is as far as ultralight backpacking and not to be intimidated by it. It's something that's definitely not new to the backpacking community. It's been around for a good while now. It's definitely a very common term you hear in the backpacking community still. Just wanted to kind of give my 2 cents on it. This is totally my opinion, so I would love to hear your opinion in the comments. Don't tell me I'm wrong or right. Remember, this is just my opinion and I appreciate you keeping it that way. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get straight into the history of it first. So, you know, forever, I guess John Muir many years ago was one of the first that was writing about backpacking a lot. And there's others too, but he's just one that comes to mind. And those guys would carry 60 to 70 pounds on their back because you had just ridiculous weight as far as the gear you needed to do overnight trips or multi-day trips. Over the years, and especially in the last, I'm not going to give it a number because I don't know exactly, but last quite a few years now, ultralight is a new term that's come out. That's really the term that's become universal. And that's the thing to talk about is the first thing is being generalized. But anyways, that it has become something that a lot of backpackers know and want to become and kind of understand a little better. So as far as the more general term of it is ultralight, you have the ultralight guys who just want to absolutely drop their weight as much as possible. And then the way I look at it more is ultralight is finding ways to drop your weight from your overall beginning gear into a more ultralight setup and finding stuff that will be great ways to cut weight. So anyways, I just want to say first, as far as my first thing goes, is that I've noticed a lot that this term has become very generalized. And when I say generalized, it doesn't matter what the gear is. They put that word on there because it's just good marketing. I've had multiple different I don't know, vendors or gear makers or foreign country gear makers that no matter what their gear is, they put that term on there because it just sounds good. It's good for marketing. And I honestly just recently had a gear company reach out and being know that I get these every day almost now, but want for me to review a tent that was like 8 pounds and they said it was an ultralight tent. And I was like, oh my God, delete. I'm not even responding to that one. So anyways, that's where I just want to say first is this term has become very generalized. So if you're new to backpacking world, be careful when you see that term because it's become a lot more generalized and universal and they just put it on everything as far as a marketing term. So the second thing is that the more true ultralight backpacker, especially in the thru hiker world, is more of a niche now. Now ultralight backpacker is a big thing. It's still all over the community, but it's more of, if you want to be a true ultralight in like sub 10 pounds or 8 pounds, or I've heard even 6 or 7 pounds, which is crazy. That's more of a niche area in the community, it seems to be. And I'd love to hear your comments on this too, if you agree or disagree. I want to hear everybody's opinion, but it seems to be more of a niche area as far as backpacking. Now, I have a lot of ultralight gear myself, but I just want to say that it's definitely, you don't have to be an ultralight backpacker. You can kind of do what works for you. So the third thing is, and this is where I feel like myself, where I fall into this is, and I try to teach this to the community as far as my videos go and what me and Rachel do, is that I buy the gear that I think is light, efficient, cost-effective, budget gear, you know, and stuff that there's some things I definitely splurge on, and that's where I guess I would say I splurge more is some things where I can cut weight and still have a good item. That's where I'm going to invest in more ultralight gear. And so I would definitely probably one of the biggest examples to me, or 2 examples, would be my backpack. There's a lot of sweet backpacks out there that I'm not going to name any in this video. You know, you just talked about the Waymark pack, which is a great one. But there's a lot of great backpacks out now that do all the things you need for backpacking, but they don't weigh near what a lot of the mainstream companies, I'm not even gonna go into names on this one, mainstream companies do now as far as weight. And you can cut your weight down a lot. So that is one of the areas where I would definitely myself consider that I try to go ultralight is finding a pack. And then the second thing I was going to mention as Mars getting a quilt. Now, originally quilts were more advertised as a way of slitting out the back of your sleeping bag to cut down weight. But now, to me, quilts are just awesome in general. And as far as a slide sleeper or a squirmer in the night anyways, it kind of moves around a lot. Quilts just have a lot of different uses for it. And at the same time, when you get like a down one, the weight savings is crazy. So those are some easy ways to cut down on weight. And so I'm gonna finish up. What I'm gonna say is where I'm at, and like you've heard already, but at the same time, I wanna say, hey, if you enjoyed this little video, make sure to like it. That is one of the easiest ways to help our channel. If you're new here, we do backpacking, hiking, and gear videos. We've really kind of specialized in gear a lot lately. And I want to continue to do that, so your support is greatly appreciated. So I just want to sum up this video with saying that I kind of put myself, and you've heard me say this a couple times before, in the hybrid world. So like I said before, I kind of do a little bit of both. I have my luxury items. I tell you one that has been a big one, and a lot of other people have seen me use it lately, is my silky saw. That thing weighs over 1 pound in itself. And man, but when you get to camp and you're trying to get all your wood processed, having that makes life so much easier when you got a constant fire going great. And then when you go to a site where they've stripped all the wood and you still have that very large saw where I can go out and find stuff that people just can't drag to camp and cut it up, it has been a lifesaver so far. So anyways, that is one item for me. And then another would be my chair, which I know a lot of people share that same belief, even though my chair only weighs 1 pound and it was very expensive, but at the same time, it's still a luxury item. There's definitely a lot of lighter ways you could go instead of bringing a chair, but at the same time, be efficient. So guys, I don't think that ultralight backpacking is dead. That is the way I'll finalize this video. But at the same time, I think the more ultralight backpacker is more of a niche area now. And I'm gonna do a video in the future talking about base weight and what my thoughts are on base weight. It's just a topic as part of ultralight backpacking and where you stand and what qualifies you in what area, and where me and Rachel stand as far as our base weights. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I sparked this video to create more of a discussion. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. They're greatly appreciated. As always, we do a video every Thursday. You see, I'm not so close to the screen as I was last week, or close to the camera. I kind of adjusted back, so I'm still working this out. But let me know in the comments how you're liking this setup and how the audio is. And guys, just thanks for always being here, and we will see you next Thursday.